Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm Hany Zaky. I'm thrilled to share with you an exciting project that has been both intellectually challenging and deeply rewarding. Our new edited book titled AI Analytics and Assessment in Higher Education. This book represents a collaborative effort among leading researchers, practitioners, and thought leaders who are shaping the future of higher education in the transformative digital age. Today, I will walk you through my background and what drew me to this project, explore the critical themes we address, and highlight each chapter's unique contributions to this progressive conversation. But let me begin by sharing a bit about my journey and why this project is important and meaningful for me. As a Director of Assessment and Institutional Effectiveness at Eastern International College in New Jersey, I work daily at the intersection of educational innovations and student success. My role involves developing data-informed strategies that enhance institution quality while keeping learners at the center of everything we do in the college. My doctorate work in curriculum and instructions from Indiana University of Pennsylvania prepared me to understand the complexity of learner centered and outcome driven educational models. However, beyond my administrative role, I serve as a peer evaluator and reviewer and accreditation liaison officer for the Middle State Commission on Higher Education, a position that has provided me with invaluable insights into quality assurance processes across diverse institutions throughout our region. My research focuses on three interconnected areas: educational technology innovations, culturally responsive pedagogy, and assessment methodology. I have published work on feedback mechanism, online peer assessment, diversity initiatives, and technology integrations in teaching and learning at the same time. Currently, as the interim editor in chief at IGI Global, I have the privilege of curating scholarly discussions that bridge theory and practice in the field of educational innovation. As an international speaker, I address topics ranging from culturally responsive teaching to artificial intelligence and instructional design. This multifaceted experience as administrator, researchers, editors, and thought leader has positioned me uniquely to guide the comprehensive project on AI analytics and assessment. But why this book? Why now? This is a fundamental question we need to start with. Higher education stands at an unprecedented crossroads. Recent research, for example, reveals a startling statistics. Only 9% of higher education professions believe that our institutions are adequately prepared for AI's growing impact. This gap between technological advancements and institutional readiness presents both tremendous opportunities and significant challenges. We are, within this project, witnessing three fundamental shifts happening simultaneously. First, artificial intelligence is moving beyond simple automations to enable personalized learning, provide immediate feedback, and facilitate large scale data driven decisions. Second, learning analytics is transforming education from intuition based to evidence based, allowing us to predict students' performance, identify struggling learners, and recommend personalized interventions. The third pillar, assessment. An assessment is evolving from static, summative methods to dynamic, formative approaches that leverage real time data for continuous learning improvement. The integration of these three pillars, AI, analytics, and assessment is not optional anymore these days. It is essential for institutions, for any institution actually, committed to student success, education equity, quality education, and remaining relevant in our rapidly digitalized world. But what about the philosophy that guided that project? So let me take you to the philosophy that uh, guided that project. Throughout this project, we have been guided by a core principle, which is the technology should serve pedagogy, not dictate it. The most effective applications of AI analytics and assessment begin with clearly defined educational objectives and use technology as a means to achieve these different goals more effectively. But the human centered perspective runs consistently through every chapter, to achieve that goal. We recognized as editors and contributors that while technologies are developed quickly, their long term impact remains unpredictable. However, one certainty exists: these technologies will continue shaping higher education. Institutions, in that case, approach these different changes thoughtfully and proactively will be better positions to support students' success. Our handbooks contributors share an unwavering commitment to keeping education and educational outcomes at the forefront of technological advancement. That's why the book was divided into two main portions. So the first portion, that portion is the foundations of the book. And let me guide you through the book's structure and highlight each chapter's unique contributions. So, with this first portion of the book, we have five chapters. The first chapter establishes our foundations by examining assessment through historical and theoretical lenses. Chapter 2 tackles one of today's most pressing concerns: the transformative impact of AI tools like ChatGPT on educational assessment. While coming to chapter 3 broadens our technological perspectives, exploring how digital innovations are reshaping assessment strategies. Chapter 4, introducing an innovative application through G Maritime, a domain specific learning platform for the maritime industry. Chapter 5 explores immersive technologies like virtual reality and mixed reality in education. And by integrating actor, network theory, and TPCK, it showcases how gamified simulation based learning experiences advance sustainability and innovation. That's for the first portion, the foundation. The second portion, the methods and application. And with this second portion, the method and application, we are moving into measurement and applications. Chapter 6 focuses on precision through rash analysis. Rash analysis is a powerful tool for validating assessment instruments. Chapter 7 offers practical guidance on portfolio assessment across different disciplines. And Chapter 8 shifts our lens to institutional strategies, identifying and analyzing seven fundamental pillars of people analytics in higher education. Chapter 9 introduces a resilience analytics framework that integrates AI, data visualization, and predictive modeling to strengthen organizational responsiveness and sustainability. with chapter 10. Chapter 10 brings our journey full circle by examining the interplay between AI technologies and critical thinking skills. With that in mind, what about the next step? Looking forward. And looking forward after formulating and finalizing this project, I want to be transparent from the beginning about something important in this field. This field evolves rapidly. By the time you engage with the material, new developments, challenges, and opportunities will likely have emerged. This is not a shortcoming, it is the nature of education innovation. My goal as an editor was not to provide definitive answers, but to offer a compilation of perspectives, frameworks, tools, and experiences that can guide you through the higher education's ongoing transformations in the age of AI. Therefore, we invite you to engage with the material enthusiastically while maintaining a critical perspective on potential challenges. The future of higher education depends not on technologies themselves, but on how deliberately and thoughtfully we incorporate them into the teaching practices. Sure, different institutions will need different approaches. However, the combined insights of our contributors within that handbook provide multiple options, recognizing that context is crucial for successful implementation. With that point, I want to acknowledge and thank some of the contributors within this project. And the first one I want to thank in that process the IGI Global, both in the United States and internationally. I'm so grateful for their partnership in bringing this important work to the academic community beyond and beyond. Their support has enabled us to create a resource that we hope will serve as both a practical guide from one side and a catalyst for thoughtful innovation in higher education from the other side. Finally, thank you for joining me on this journey through AI analytics and assessment in higher education. And within this portion, I encourage you to explore these different chapters, engage with the ideas, and join us in in shaping a future where technology enhances our ability to educate, inspire, and empower our students. Here's my contact information if you need to get in touch with me. And here's the contact number. And I hope that we are going to keep in touch, in order to keep this progressive conversation. Thank you so much.